Usually I make this video with like a quirky, like over exaggerated introduction before saying who I am or what this commentary is. But since it's involving a child and it's harming them, I'm going to drop the theatrics and just be straight to the point with what I want to say and whom I am targeting this video to. Yes, I'm going to name drop people in this video to make sense of what I'm saying. I'm not gonna hide no users. I'm not gonna baby anyone. Okay? And so, yeah, with that being said, this video is targeted to the content creators, former or wannabes as well, or creatures of Sonaria, people who self-insert themselves in drama. Now, these people, let me just tell you one thing. You are all a bunch of selfish, hypocritic, mean bullies that team up and put yourself in self-righteous thrones where you belittle people with drama, but when it is your turn, you whine and you beg to be accepted. You entitled bunch of crap. You are all identical with each other, yet you still make yourself seem like you're individuals with so much personality. All of your content are even clones of each other. They're all so cringe. How dare you continuously make someone's like situation just worse by making the information vague and impossible to research? How dare you? Theses and your mutuals. You all, like, this is coming from a controversial guy. This is coming from Brown underscore YouTube. If I have to say that you guys are a bunch of controversial fuckheads, I think that says a lot about how, like, just how depleted of empathy and sympathy you all have. Why am I so, just so outraged and angry and frustrated? Well, Dani's situation has been covered by me 6 days ago, and it's actually a late post, so it could have been happening longer than 6 days ago, like 7, 8, it's like a week plus. It's an old drama. By now, Dani has apologized enough. Dani has also removed things to protect his identity and protect his situation. He have done things already. He's learned from it and he's promised to do better. Now, if a person is saying and doing this much to improve themselves, to better themselves, why are you all continuing to bite at him? You bunch of hypocrites. You all preach. Whenever I ask or talk about a CC, you all come at me to tell me to stop, but now you're singling out a child that made a bad mistake. He's not a bad kid, he's a misguided kid, and there's a specific person in the end I want to talk about. This person and other of you CCs who are adults, you shit on him rather than you try to correct him. You just demoralize people. I'm annoyed at this. This is annoying. Like, okay, so listen. I'm gonna give you a brief explanation. A week or so ago, Dani got into a controversy. The controversy actually has been here for quite some time, but it just got bigger a week or so ago. And during that time, he was being told that he's drawing zoophilia art and feral art, basically shit that makes you disgusted, right? Then he made a post explaining about it, but then people get more hate because then he didn't seem to have a problem with it. After very harshly educating him, a child, you all got a conclusion from him where he has given up those channels, given up those things, promised to be better, and apologized. After all of that, when it was meant to be finished, even I come late, and in my video I was so worried for Dani's well-being more than trying to dish on him that it should have been dropped right then and there. That's it. But the fact that people keep on going, like when I say one drama, I'm done, right? I've said my piece. That's it. I'm not gonna go behind their backs and say, oh, they do this, they do that. No, but apparently the content creators does that. They go around with their mutuals, pathetic little people. They go around saying shit, making more allegations, giving more confusion, adding more vague things that Dani has supposedly done, accusations that are very grotesque against a child. When these things are brought into light without proper educated evidence or proper narration, you paint a very bad and quite frankly a dangerous look on Dani. And Dani's being attacked, harassed, and bullied by this. And it is just impossible to imagine what type of embarrassing situation the poor kid has to be in. With you fucks not making videos to clarify about things like I have done. When you have evidence and I don't, you instead make it so much worse for all of it. I won't name drop these people because Danny already talked about it. One of these people being someone I know as well. So these people, please, and others as well. I know each and one of you. I can name drop you, but I'm not going to, because I'm trying my best to calm, and because you guys aren't that relevant. Basically, just leave it alone. If you want to talk about it, make a fucking video. If you don't want to talk about it, shut your mouth if you're going to be vague and damaging, because that's no longer a valid opinion. If you're not bringing any evidence to an accusation. So, yeah, we're gonna scoot those aside. And also, a little bit of a funny little thing. So, you guys know Sequel C, yeah? Sequel C also made a story, or I don't know what they made. Like, they made like a TikTok story, I'm assuming, saying that did I really just get name dropped for making a meme video that wasn't even about them, bro? What? That's people like Sequel C are why I get brain damage making these drama videos. Sequel C made a video saying how their mutuals are problematic, and in there they confess outright that it is about Dani. When I made a video and I talked about it, I said how people like him and the others I didn't name drop, you people are just making it vague and making assumptions worse by brewing this emptyless void of information. Because of this, you're making Dani more in danger, and that's why I have publicly voiced my anger against that type of shit you guys do. Because of that, right? Because of that, you people are just making it more miserable for the poor kid. You fucking nuts. You absolute fucking nuts. I don't even know how to explain it to you. How retarded all of you are. And I'm gonna talk about another CC Gummy. Gummy, this CC, this fucking guy is going around telling people in comments about like, oh, like this and that. Like, bro, if you really want to talk about it, Gummy, here's a few of the comments Gummy wrote. Taken by my friend, thank you so much. If you really want to talk about this kid so damn bad, make a damn video with proper information, with proper knowledge, and with proper narration. Don't go into comments, give fucking opinions that are damning and vague and just harmful to Dani, and just digging a hole deeper for him. You're not helping anyone. You're not just voicing your opinion. You're damaging someone's reputation. You idiotic hypocrites. You don't like it when people do it to you, but you all are so glad to voice your opinions if it damages someone just wrong. And Danny is not a bad kid. He is a misguided kid, and I'm an adult. And I see that he isn't doing this to harm people. He's doing this because he doesn't understand it's wrong. And it is for us, the adults, to talk about it, to explain it, rather than to banish him and to ostracize. I can't even pronounce anymore. Just outcast the poor guy. You cannot do that to the kid. You are taking away something that is valuable to him. And I barely know him, right? I'm not even his friend. I just befriended him a while ago to see if he's like actually trying to push away the idea of unacceptable arts and whatnot. You can't ostracize someone like this just because they have been misguided. You people as a community should better him. Don't talk shit about him. Yummy, seek for see, and last one. I have an huge issue with is Mort or whatever their username is. So they made a video talking about it, and I'm gonna listen to the video and I'm gonna give my thoughts in between the video, okay? Alright, so this is the video, Mort or whatever, sharing my feelings on the situation at hand. At hand, it's been a while ago, Mort. My fucking... Okay, let's just watch the video and I'll deconstruct it bit by bit.
Hey campers, I wanted to make this video as some kind of a PSA or a warning to my followers. If there are any of you here that follow Dani, the creator of Rockrov, please unfollow me or unmutual me.
See, that is the fucking issue. That is the fucking issue with people. You are ostracizing the person who did something wrong. He's not like an adult that did something bad to a child. He's a child that made a bad mistake. Why are you like outcasting him and not allowing him to improve? If you're gonna like do this to everyone, there is no redemption. There will be no such thing as better people. They will just linger in their own shame and guilt until you guys are satisfied. See, look, I don't get it. You're not the only one, Mort. Other people does it too. They make little stories and posts about how, hey, if you're friends with Dani, unfollow me. Why? Why are you shunning him away? Why not work with him? Why not better him? Yeah, that's so selfish.
Personally, situating yourself into an adulterated community as a minor is incredibly immature or doesn't feel thought out enough.
The fuck does that even mean? He's a child, of course he's gonna be immature. What are you shaming him for in this situation? Oh, you're a kid. You made a dumb kid mistake. You are not man enough. What? Are you all like this type? Does people speak like him? Like, oh, you are in an adult situation. You are not immature. You're not mature enough. Of course he's not mature enough. That's why he's in this position to begin with. Mort, what the fuck?
A not safe for work community is supposed to be somewhere for adults. You're potentially harming other adults, or even yourself, by placing yourself in the community publicly.
See, this is why speech is very important. You see his goal and his focus here. He's more worried about the idea that this kid is potentially harming adults other than this kid harming himself. I am a very selfish content creator, not official, but a person who makes COS videos. I'm a very selfish, controversial guy, and the first thing I felt when making a video about Dani was I felt worried and concerned for his fucking being. And even if I am worried, why are you more focused at the kid potentially harming adults rather than the kid harming himself first, or the kid harming others? Why are you not worried about it? Why are you worried about this in the wrong places? Who cares about you shit as adults? You guys are old enough to walk away. There's actually more Mort said that I'm very angry with, but we'll get there in a second. Let's keep watching.
You might not be aware of this, or you might not think it is that big of a deal, but these things can really make people uncomfortable. Knowing that there are children in the community can make adults really uncomfortable.
You fucking idiots. Why are you more worried at the idea that you, the adults, are more uncomfortable than the kids being in a situation like this? Oh, you know, kids being in an adult situation, it really makes adults uncomfortable. Who the fuck cares? We are the adults. We have to walk out of that situation if it's making us uncomfortable. We can't complain about it because kids are gonna be kids. You have to teach them, you have to train them, you have to tell them, hey, this is wrong, you shouldn't be here. Why the fuck are you more worried about your comfortability than the safety of a child?
Knowing and seeing some of the artwork this creator has made regarding feral not safe for work themes.
Also, apparently, Dani did not make any feral and acceptable art, but again, I cannot confirm. I don't have his artworks.
has made myself incredibly uncomfortable.
Who gives a shit about you? We're talking about Dani's well-being. He's a kid in a misguided situation. Who gives a shit about you? You're a fucking adult. Grow some balls. Watch some like Adult Swim instead of thinking about these childish things. Yeah, fucking.
As well. I do not wish to associate with him or his community.
Again, ostracizing. Why? Why do you guys push people away? You don't want betterment, do you? Also, if you're fucking hypocrites, when you guys talk shit about sealers, you want them to be better, but when it comes to actually striving to get better, you all stuck up your own asses.
I can understand those of you who might not understand what he did wrong, or might not understand this is such a that this is an issue, but it can be really harming. It can be really damaging for not only him but the people that come into contact with him.
That is true. That part is true. But if only you're talking about kids. If you're talking about kids and kids coming into contact with, again, Dani did something wrong. I'm not gonna defend him on that. Dani did something wrong. And if kids come into contact with him with his wrong actions, then yes, you know, obviously, it's not good and it's unsafe. But wait, what Mort is actually referring to?
Being a minor in a community like that is dangerous.
That's true for the minor.
Adults can interact with you.
And here this is. And here this is his main fucking worry and referring to why it's damaging for people contacting him. He is not worried that minors are contacting him and putting themselves into danger. He's more worried that adults contacting him and thinking they are an adult. Are you that fucking stupid? You should know that kids are literally everywhere in the adult space. Why? It's because of the same fucking adults who don't want them in. They're sharing and publicizing of these things are what's bringing them into the community. You're more worried that adults are contacting them and mistaking them as an adult rather than him potentially being in a situation where adults are interacting with him? Are you not more worried about Dani the kid? Or are you worried about some perverted fucking NSFW enjoying adult artist who wants to talk randomly with a random stranger and just automatically assuming they're an adult? If that adult ever, I'm saying the word adult too many times, but if that adult thinks that this kid is their same age without asking and immediately perverting into NSFW art, fucking disintegrate. These type of adults should not be anywhere close to any sort of device if they immediately assume like these and immediately interact strangers on the internet with contents like these. What the fuck are you even worried about here?
Think you're an adult because it is a space that is crowded with people that are of age, and it can get some people in really big trouble.
Of course it can get into really big trouble. That's the adult's fault. You have a functioning fucking working brain. Use that fucking brain to not go into a random DM and be perverted with them just because they're perverted. You don't have to be like that. You can be a better person. Ask them, hey, how old are you? Can I talk about this? Yada yada yada. You can't just come into DMs and be an incel. And if you do and you get in trouble, too fucking bad.
Trouble. Regarding the animal genitalia that was brought to light as another point against Dani, you should know better.
He's a fucking kid, yeah, but I do agree you should know better, Dani, if you're also watching. But again, he's a kid, so don't push him away and teach him to be better.
I mean, to draw
Yeah, he's just gonna rant about the drawing. He's just ranting about the drawing thing. Hold on.
You see the anatomy place. It's disturbing.
It is.
And I don't think a minor should be indulging in that. At least not publicly.
Okay. Don't indulge on these. At the very least, Mort said something that's sensible. Yes, do not indulge in things like this. It is disgusting and wrong for kids.
I appreciate those of you who stuck around. Agree with me? I'm not saying that everyone will. I'm not saying that my views are God sent and that they are the only correct view. But I think it's important to note that when speaking to an adult and coming from an adult myself, it's uncomfortable.
Who gives a shit about your comfortability? It's a kid we're talking about. We're more worried about the kid's well-being and their misguidance than a fucking adult such as yourself being uncomfortable. Step away from the situation if it makes you uncomfortable. If this community is not good for you, then leave. I don't want to go too far into this because I don't want to seem like I'm harassing Maud specifically, because I really am not. It's just that more like what you're doing is it's wrong, man. It's you're too focused on yourself and the adults more than worried about the kid's mental being. You're more worried that it's making adults uncomfortable and putting adults in problem when they should have been adult enough to handle it. They can't. They need our help. You're also misguided.
And it makes me feel unsafe in
Who gives a shit, man? Just ask for their age. If they're young, then leave. Don't talk with them.
communities like that where minors will infiltrate and essentially just do what they want and not think of the consequences that this could have on other people. TLDR, I do not want anyone.
Alright, there you go. TLDR, they don't give a shit about Dani, they only care about themselves. Yada yada yada, due respect for everyone's human. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you remember to say everyone's human, but you forget to mention that Dani's a fucking kid that needs help. Not to be pushed away even more. That will only make it worse. Yeah, bunch of idiots. I'm sorry this video is incredibly long, but I just have to voice my thoughts and opinions on it. It is getting outrageously annoying to me. I'm so sorry, and my gosh. Okay, so here, like, Dani has, I called Dani to have his input on the matter, so this is what they said. How do you feel about this whole drama against you?
So, you know, it's pretty confusing because at first it was like, oh my God, what did I do? Because I thought I did like, I don't know, that terrible thing in the past. And yeah, what I did was wrong. And well, I'm trying here to change. But I think people took everything out of proportion and started making lies about, like, when someone said that I made rocker genitalia with animal genitalia was so confusing. Like they took the thing of the animal genitalia and the fact that people accused me of making rocker not safe for work, and the fact that I made um suggestive, if you can call like that, human rocker, though I never did. And they took it all together, mixed it, and throw that in a comment, and it was like it just started to be so confusing, and sometimes I laugh because it's like haha, so funny, make people is making lies, and it's so weird, no one can believe this. But then I realize people can believe that, so I get a little bit anxious. So it's pretty confusing, and I don't know, I I sometimes don't know how to react or what to respond, so I just like ignore some comments or like try to explain the best I can what I know and what I've done. Like I don't want to lie to people. Like yes, I did those things, but not everything people is accusing me of. Like they're they are calling me a zoophile, or that I made zoo art, or that, or all those things, and I don't know. It's been very difficult to me because I, I have to worry about the school. I have to worry about my reputation because like social media is like the only place where I can make friends without being nervous or judged. So like yeah, that. So another thing is that uh, I forgot. Oh my god, I was. yes, that I I I realized like yes, what I did wrong. I knew everything I was doing was wrong, but not in that way. I thought like, oh well, yeah, I'm a man. Then it's bad. It can't be that bad. I like it became normalized for me. I'm not saying it's okay that everyone should be on my side because it was normalized for me. I'm just explaining because like I started to do this not safe for work shit when I was 11. I was 11, too exposed on the internet. So I just did many things I saw in adults and that's tough. And yeah, that's the thing. So that's what I have to say. I don't know how to say anything else. Yeah, that.